So hi guys, welcome back to the Super Smash T20 tournament. Today's match is between the Wellington Firebirds and Canterbury Kings. It's happening at the Basin Reserve at Wellington, another home match for Wellington Firebirds. It's been a nightmare season for them so far. 7 matches, they only managed 1 win. They've lost 6 matches and no wins at home this season so far. Our last home game for them. Meanwhile, Canterbury Kings, they have won 4 out of 6 and they are in the top 4. So that is the situation now. So this is the points table. Wellington Firebirds, unfortunately, they have had a very poor season. Only 1 win from 8 matches, in fact, including 1 no result. So they are at the bottom of the table with 6 points. And Canterbury Kings, they are at the 3rd position with 4 wins from 6 matches. So that's a tight competition where Auckland Aces, Northern Brave, Canterbury Kings, they're all looking really good at the top 3. The competition will be there between those teams. But as far as Wellington Firebirds are concerned, I think win for them will do them a lot of good. It's been a long time since they have won a game at home. And this is their last opportunity this season to win a game at home. So Canterbury Kings have won the toss and elected to bowl first, and Tom Blundell had also said that if Wellington Firebirds, if they had won the toss, they would have batted first. So very brave decisions there to bat first. I would always say whoever wins the toss and bats first, they're always having the courage. So that is what it is. So one change for Wellington Firebirds today. Samuel Morgan has come into the playing 11 in place of Tim Robinson, because Tim Robinson now has left for national duty. Obviously, India and New Zealand are playing a T20 series in India. So Tim Robinson is part of that T20 squad, and it's a preparation for the T20 World Cup. So that's why Tim Robinson won't be available, and for Canterbury, Tim Robinson won't be available for Super Smash today. So that is why Samuel Morgan has come into the playing 11. And as far as Canterbury Kings are concerned, Travis Muller and Ronak Kapoor are the 2 changes. They come into the playing 11 in place of Ish Sodhi and Fraser Sheet. Fraser Sheet, I think he got injured, and Ish Sodhi again national duty because T20 series is coming up against India. Obviously, yesterday I need to congratulate the New Zealand team as well. They have won the ODI series in India for the very first time yesterday. A superb win this. Not with the most strongest team though, but definitely I think New Zealand have done a really good job to win an ODI series in India. So they will want to continue that momentum, take it into the T20 series and prepare well for the T20 World Cup. So all the main players will be playing the T20 series for New Zealand. So we're all in readiness here. Travis Muller with the new ball bowling the first over. Tom Blundell is on strike. And it's on the pads. Blundell flicks it away towards deep mid wicket. Gets off the mark with a couple of runs. It's good running between the wickets. Couple of runs to start the match. So Tom Blundell and Samuel Morgan opening the batting today for Wellington Firebirds. Tim Robinson not available as said. He's gone for national duty. Second ball of the over coming up, and Blundell comes down the wicket, drives it straight to point, and another dot ball here. I think even Rachin Ravindra is also not available because even he is also part of that T20 squad, if I'm not wrong. They are playing a full strength T20 squad for that T20 series because the T20 World Cup is around the corner. So New Zealand players, the main New Zealand players, will be busy in that. Oh, comes down the wicket looking to flick it away. And got a little bit of a leading edge there towards covers. And another dot ball. So 2 runs from the first 3 balls of this over. Still 3 balls left. That's on the pads, and Tom Blundell flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. Now Samuel Morgan is back on strike. It's good to see New Zealand developing their players in this Super Smash tournament. Players like Christian Clark, Jaden Lennox, they have all gone and won an ODI series in India yesterday. Absolutely fantastic, actually. Really, congratulations to them. It's driven through the offside for 4. Beautifully played by Samuel Morgan. The very first ball that he's faced. Little bit of width on offer from Travis Muller. And he's punched it through the offside for 4. First boundary of the innings and first boundary for Samuel Morgan. This time it's shot again, pulled away by Morgan, and he'll pick up another single to finish the over. So 8 runs came from that over, and Wellington Firebirds are 8 without loss after 1 over. So Cam Paul is the new bowler into the attack now for the Canterbury Kings. Samuel Morgan is on strike. Oh, that's short and that's pulled away by Morgan. Down towards deep mid wicket. And picks up another single to start the over. Wellington Firebirds need to post a big total on the board. Canterbury Kings are a good batting unit. We have seen that in this tournament. And that is why they are at the 3rd position now in the points table. Oh, this time Tom Blundell comes down the wicket, gives himself room there. He lets the ball go, another dot ball. Contrasting fortunes for both the teams in the points table. This time it's full and Blundell drives it down the ground to mid-off. And another dot ball from Campbell. This time it's a short ball. He comes down the wicket, goes for the pull shot, gets a little bit of a top edge. The ball lands safely, and Tom Blundell picks up another single. Just 2 runs have come from this over. Still 2 balls left. That's another full delivery, beautifully bowled, and Samuel Morgan drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball from Campbell. There's 2 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. I think the previous match which we covered in this channel, the Super Smash match which we covered, was a fantastic game of cricket with Central Stags. They defended around 140 runs against the Auckland Aces. It was a fantastic game. Oh, goes for the pull shot, unable to make connection. Another dot ball to finish the over. So just 2 runs came from that over, and Wellington Firebirds are 10 without loss after 2 overs. So Liam Harper is the new bowler into the attack now for Canterbury Kings. Tom Blundell is on strike. In fact, it's Lackey Harper who is into the attack. Comes down the wicket and gets it past point, and that's racing away for 4. Once it found the gap, it was always going to race away to the boundary. So Blundell gets his first boundary. Too much width on offer and beautifully cut away. And this time the bowler stops in his follow through. So he has to reload that one again. This time again comes down the wicket, pulls it away towards deep mid wicket. And Tom Blundell picks up another single. This time another full delivery, little bit of an inside edge from Samuel Morgan towards square leg and picks up another single. So three more deliveries left in this over. Tom Blundell is back on strike. Advances down the wicket and smashes it through the covers for 4. Beautifully hit there by Tom Blundell, using his feet and caressing it through the covers. Second boundary in this over from Blundell. Two more deliveries left in this over. Again comes down the wicket and defends it. Another dot ball from Lucky Harper. The last ball of the over coming up. Short ball again, goes to the pull again. It's given as a wide. Given as a wide down the leg side. So Lucky Harper has to reload that one again. The last ball of the over. Another short ball comes down the wicket. Is it too high again? No, it's not. Well, it's given us a no ball because I think second bouncer for the over probably. So it's given us a no ball and a free hit, and this is going to be costly here for Canterbury Kings. That is a rule actually. You cannot bowl more than one bouncer in an over. The free hit delivery coming up. Flicks it away leg side as Blundell and down towards deep square leg for 4. So the free hit has costed there. Free hit has costed a boundary for Canterbury Kings. Boundary to finish that over. 16 runs came from that over from Lucky Harper. And Wellington Firebirds are now 26 without loss after 3 overs. So Cam Paul is continuing into his second over, conceded a boundary of the first ball, then a dot ball, now another dot ball. So 4 dot dot to start the over, 3 more deliveries left. Samuel Morgan is back on strike. Three more deliveries left in this over. That's another slow ball. It's pulled in the air again, but it will land safely. And Samuel Morgan picks up another single. So good opening partnership so far for Wellington Firebirds. So they need to really post a big score today if they want to defend the total against Canterbury. Two more deliveries left in this over. It's beautifully driven down the ground but straight to mid-off. Another dot ball from Cam Paul. The last ball of the over coming up. Blundell on strike. Oh, comes down the wicket, but it's too wide. Too wide outside the off stump from Cam Paul. Is given as a wide by the umpire. So Cam Paul has to reload that one again. So last ball of the over coming up. And it's edged past the keeper, past third man, and that's 4. Another boundary to finish the over. Just got bat on it, it raced away. No one there at third man. Second boundary of that over. And 10 runs came from that over. And Wellington Firebirds are now 36 without loss after 4 overs. So Travis Muller now back into the attack, and straight away Samuel Morgan on the attack. Swings it leg side towards deep mid wicket for 4. Again a boundary to start the over. So basically back-to-back boundaries. Boundary of the last ball of the previous over. Now boundary of the first ball of the 5th over as well. From Samuel Morgan this time. Picks up his 3rd boundary in this innings. This time another full delivery. Samuel Morgan gives himself room, hits it leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. So 4 more deliveries left in this over. Blundell comes down the wicket again, pulls it away towards deep square leg and picks up another single as well. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. 6 runs have come from this over so far. Gives himself room and cut away again beautifully. Samuel Morgan is looking really good. Picks up another boundary. He's finding gaps to perfection today. Either he's hitting leg side and your ball offside is cutting you away as well. He has a wide range of shots. Moves to 21 now from just 13 balls with already 4 boundaries. A shot again, pulled again, it's in the gap again for another boundary. Back-to-back boundaries for Samuel Morgan and Wellington Firebirds, and a 50 comes up as well. 50 comes up in just 4.5 overs for Wellington. Samuel Morgan is looking really good. Last ball of the over is another full delivery and Samuel Morgan hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to finish the over. 15 runs came from that over and Wellington Firebirds are now 51 without loss after 5 overs. So Lackey Harper is continuing into his second over. Partnership of 51 from 30 balls. Lackey Harper conceded 16 runs in his first over. It was very expensive. He's continuing into his second over now. It's a full delivery. Samuel Morgan flicks it away towards deep mid wicket. They'll push for 2, I think. No, they're not. Just a single for Samuel Morgan. That's on the pads, flicked away towards short fine leg, and Tom Blundell picks up another single. It's given as leg by, so it went off the pads probably. So 2 singles to start this over. Samuel Morgan is back on strike. The third ball of the over, gives himself room again and smashes it through the covers as well in the gap for another boundary. Samuel Morgan is finding gaps to perfection. Moves to 31 from just 17 balls with his 6th boundary already. At a strike rate of 182.35. Outstanding gap finding. It's shot again and Samuel Morgan pulls it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. 7 runs from this over so far. That's a wide down the leg side, I think. Just given as a wide by the umpire. So Lucky Harper has to reload that one again. Shot again, pulled again, and that's it, gone all the way. I think it has. First 6 of this innings. Beautiful shot there from Tom Blundell. 2 shot on that occasion from Liam. 2 shot there from Lucky Harper, and Blundell has deposited that over deep square leg for 6. First 6 for Blundell and for the Wellington Firebirds. Last ball of the over is a full delivery. He's drilled it down the ground past mid off for 4. Another expensive over from Lucky Harper. 18 runs have come from that over, and Wellington Firebirds are off to a flyer here. 69 without loss after the power play after 6 overs. So there is a bowling change now. A bowling change for the Canterbury Kings. Cole McConkie is the new bowler into the attack. Finally some spin. And that's short and wide. Samuel Morgan cuts it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. So it looks like the Wellington Firebirds are on a mission today to somehow get a win at home. They have been they have not been able to get their wins in this tournament. Just 1 win from 8 matches. They're all but out of the tournament, but still they are really playing. They have really started well today. Coming around the wicket now. Short and wide again, cut away by Blundell towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. So 2 singles to start this over. With an offer, cut away. Will that go away for 4? No, it won't. Fielder there at deep extra covers does well. So another single for Samuel Morgan. This time McConkie coming around the wicket. Quicker delivery and Tom Blundell punches it back to the bowler. Another dot ball. Two more deliveries left in this over. It goes down the ground this time. Blundell towards long on. Picks up another single. So good over this from McConkie. Just 4 runs from this over. Still 1 ball left. The captain bringing himself on into the attack and doing well for Canterbury. Last ball of the over. Gives himself room again. Cuts it away towards deep extra covers. And picks up another single to finish the over. So 5 runs came from that over. 5 runs came from that over. And Wellington Firebirds are now 74 without loss after 7 overs. So another bowling change here. Michael Rippon is the new bowler into the attack now for the Canterbury Kings. Samuel Morgan is on strike. What a change it has been to bring Samuel Morgan into the 11 in place of Robinson. Gives himself room, cuts it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. I don't know whether it slipped out of the hand. It was a full toss there from Michael Rippon. Second ball of the over coming up. Another full toss. And he goes big again. He's got it all the way for 6. Loose bowling here from Michael Rippon. 2 full tosses to start this over. Okay, you can agree with 1 full toss. He bowls another full toss. And Blundell doesn't miss out on that. He's deposited that over deep square leg for 6. Second 6 of the innings. Second 6 for Tom Blundell. We're also checking for the no ball here, checking for the height of the delivery, whether it was too high. But what a shocking start here from Michael Rippon. 2 full tosses to start from him. Third ball of the over, can he pitch it? Yes, he can. That's a much better delivery. Flicked away by Blundell towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. It's straight down the ground this time from Samuel Morgan, and that's all the way for 6. In the slot that time, he did pitch the ball, but he bowled it in the slot for Samuel Morgan. Picks up another 6. Samuel Morgan's first 6 in this innings moves into the 40s now. In fact, both the batters into the 40s. What an opening partnership this is turning out to be for Wellington Firebirds. This time short and wide again, and Samuel Morgan punches it towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Last ball of the over is another full toss, and it's hit straight down the throat of the fielder. Would you believe it? Would you believe it? The third full toss in this over. He's put one away for 6. This time around going for the big shot again. They say that it's not necessary that only good deliveries should get you wickets. Even bad deliveries might sometimes get you wickets, and that is exactly, this is one of the examples of that. A rank full toss has been hit down the throat of long on. An expensive over from Michael Rippon, but he's got the wicket of Tom Blundell, who is gone after scoring 41 runs from 25 balls. And Wellington Firebirds are now 89 for 1 after 8 overs. So Gareth Severin is the new batter to the crease for the Wellington Firebirds, coming in at number 3. Samuel Morgan on strike. Cole McConkie continuing into his second over, and that's pulled away by Morgan. Towards deep square leg, good fielding at deep square leg, and Samuel Morgan picks up another couple of runs to start the over. Rank full toss got rid of Tom Blundell. I don't think even Michael Rippon would have believed that he got a wicket of that delivery. But it is what it is. Second ball of the over coming up. Oh, goes for the cut shot, little bit of an inside edge. They go in for the quick single. And they'll get it. Quick single there. Now Gareth Severin is back on strike. The back over the wicket now, and that's punched to the back foot again by Gareth Severin. Back to the bowler. Another dot ball here from Cole McConkie. Another quicker ball on the pads, flicked away again by Gareth Severin towards deep mid wicket, and picks up another single. And back around the wicket now. Cole McConkie, and that's cut away by Samuel Morgan towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Gave himself room there, cut it away towards deep extra covers. So last ball of the over coming up. And now Severin goes big and straight into the hands of long on. Another wicket goes down here. He's holed out looking for the big shot. But long on takes a simple catch. Cole McConkie strikes now for Canterbury Kings. And suddenly 2 wickets have fallen in quick succession here for Wellington Firebirds. First Tom Blundell and now Gareth Severin. Both of them finding the fielders at long on. So is there another twist? Is Canterbury Kings looking to come back into the game now? Gareth Severin is gone after scoring 1 run from 3 balls, and Wellington Firebirds are now 94 for 2 after 9 overs. So Mohammad Abbas is the new batter to the crease. Mohammad Abbas is the new batter to the crease for the Wellington Firebirds. A really good talent, no doubt about that. Samuel Morgan is batting well. A really good opening partnership, but they've lost 2 wickets in. They've lost 2 wickets in quick succession now. Wellington Firebirds. Sean Davey is the new bowler into the attack now for the Canterbury Kings. Samuel Morgan is on strike. It's a short ball. It's pulled away by Morgan. Down towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single to start the over. Wellington Firebirds have lost 2 wickets in the last couple of overs, and that has put some pressure, you would think, on the Wellington Firebirds. The second ball of the over coming up. Mohammad Abbas on strike. Full again. Mohammad Abbas drives it down the ground to mid off and scampers through for a quick single there. It's actually surprising how Sean Davey has been brought into the attack so late. He could have brought him on much earlier. But nevertheless, Samuel Morgan on strike. Third ball of the over coming up. That's driven again by Samuel Morgan towards deep extra covers. Driven again by Samuel Morgan towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Mohammad Abbas is back on strike. Now on the pads again, flicked away towards square leg. Looking for a single, can't get it. Another dot ball here. A really good over here from Sean Davey. Just 3 runs coming from this over. Still 2 balls left. So the squeeze is on here from the Canterbury bowlers. Picked up the wicket of Blundell, picked up the wicket of Gareth Severin, and now suddenly things have slowed down. How many times have we seen this in this game? Whenever wicket falls, the pressure goes on to the batting team. It's back of the length again, and Mohammad Abbas defends it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Sean Davey. The last ball of the over coming up, and that's punched away again by Mohammad Abbas towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to finish the over. 4 runs came from that over, and Wellington Firebirds at the halfway mark of this innings are 98 for 2 after 10 overs. The Cole Mukonki is continuing into his third over, and Mohammad Abbas comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground to long on, and picks up another single to start the over. Around the wicket now. Oh, and it's given as a wide by the umpire. They are appealing for a catch here. No reviews available in this tournament. So wide given by the umpire, and the 100 comes up for the Wellington Firebirds. 100 comes up in just 10.1 overs at the loss of 2 wickets. Short and wide, cut away beautifully by Sam Morgan, and that beats that fielder as well at deep extra covers into the boundary for 4, and it brings up a half century. A fantastic knock coming into the team in place of Tim Robinson. And he has played extremely well today. 7 boundaries and 1 6 at a strike rate of 176.67. He has scored 53 from just 30 balls. Outstanding batting. And this time another full delivery, and Samuel Morgan picks up another single, drills it down the ground, picks up another single. Quicker ball this time and Mohammad Abbas pulls it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single as well. So 8 runs have come from this over, still 2 balls left. Quicker ball and Samuel Morgan punches it away towards deep extra covers. So 3 continuous singles after the boundary. 9 runs have come from this over, still 1 ball left. Last ball of the over. And that's flicked away again by Abbas down the ground, long on for another single to finish that over. 10 runs came from that over, and Wellington Firebirds are now 108 for 2 after 11 overs. So Sean Davey is back into the attack, and that's punched away again by Mohammad Abbas. Deep point comes around, does well. And another couple of runs for Mohammad Abbas to start the over. Can they get towards 190-200? That will really put the pressure on Canterbury Kings when they come out to chase. Second ball of the over coming up, and that's cut away again by Mohammad Abbas towards deep extra covers, and picks up another single as well. Sam Morgan is back on strike, comes down the wicket, hits it up in the air. I don't think he's got enough timing on it. Catch is taken, another wicket goes down, completely mistimed there from Samuel Morgan. Only going up in the air, a simple catch at point. And Sean Davey gets the breakthrough, and suddenly now Wellington Firebirds have lost 3 wickets. The set batter Samuel Morgan, after completing his half century, looking for another big shot there. Only getting the top edge. Simple catch at point. And now the Canterbury Kings slowly making their way back into this game. Samuel Morgan is out for 55. And Wellington Firebirds are now 111 for 3 after 11.3 overs. Well, look at the scorecard, isn't it? 111 for 3 after 11.3 overs. 1-1-1-3, 1-1-3. As they say, Nelson strikes, it has provided the breakthrough, and now Jesse Tashkoff is the new batter to the crease for the Wellington Firebirds. He has some credentials with the bat. Fourth ball of the over coming up. It's on the path, flicked away straight to short fine leg, and picks up a single here. Jesse Tashkoff gets off the mark with a single. In fact, hasn't taken the single, so it's a dot ball from Sean Davey. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Comes down the wicket again, drives it straight to covers. Another dot ball from Sean Davey. In fact, they got a run through the overthrows. There was an overthrows there. So last ball of the over coming up. And that's full again, driven down the ground by Mohammad Abbas towards long off and picks up another single to finish the over. 5 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Samuel Morgan. And Wellington Firebirds are now 113 for 3 after 12 overs. So Cole McConkie is continuing into his last over, and straight away Mohammad Abbas comes down the wicket, hits it down the ground to long on and picks up another single to start the over. Mohammad Abbas picks up another single to start the over, gives a strike to Jesse Tashkov. And this time again Tashkov hits it down the ground to long off. Another single. Another quicker ball again. Mohammad Abbas flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single. 3 singles in this over from conceded by McConkie so far. And 3 more deliveries left in this over. Tashkov is back on strike and that's flicked away again. Another quicker ball straight to the fielder at fine leg. So suddenly now the squeeze is on from Canterbury Kings. Runs have dried up a little bit. 3 wickets have fallen. That's tossed up again. Jesse Tashkov drives it down the ground to long off and picks up another single. Not to forget that Wellington Firebirds have struggled in their bowling department. Even if they get 180, 190 runs on the board, their bowling has always been a letdown. So how much do you give your bowlers? That becomes a big question. Oh, looking to cut it away, unable to make connection there. What an over this has been. Dot ball to finish that over. Just 4 runs came from that over. And Cole McConkie finishes his spell 1 for 24 in his 4 overs. The Wellington Firebirds are now 117 for 3 after 13 overs. So Sean Davey now back into the attack and advances down the wicket here. Jesse Tashkov smashes it through the covers for 4. That's a great way to start the over. That is exactly what was needed. Tashkov using his feet and picks up his first boundary in this innings and probably first boundary after nearly 3 overs for the Wellington Firebirds. This time is again on the pads. It's flicked away by Tashkov down the ground to long on. And they'll push for another couple of runs. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Jesse Tashkov. So 4 more deliveries left in this over. Comes down the wicket, flicks it high in the air. Fielder there, is there? No, goes in the gap and finds another boundary. So Tashkov now on the attack. Second boundary in this over for Jesse Tashkov. They'll check whether it's a boundary or a 6. I think they're going to have a look at it. The crowd has given it as a boundary, but I think the umpires will have a look at it for sure. Not quite sure from this angle though. Yes, the umpire also says a boundary. So second boundary in this over. Oh, and this time a much better delivery on the stumps there. Just beating the outside edge of Tashkov. Beauty of a delivery there, and another dot ball. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. That's on a good length, defended again towards point. And another dot ball here from Sean Davey. So last ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket, goes straight down the ground. 1 bounce to long off. And Jesse Tashkov picks up another single to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over. And Wellington Firebirds are now 128 for 3 after 14 overs. So Travis Muller is back into the attack now. Oh, that's helped on its way. That pad, it goes towards square leg. And another single here. Then Jesse Tashkov picks up another single. Not quite sure whether there was a little bat involved, so it will be a runs of the bat. Mohammad Abbas is back on strike. I'm not quite sure this score will be enough though to defend. This time it's flicked away by Mohammad Abbas towards deep mid wicket. They're going to push for 2 here. No, they are not. No, in fact, they are pushing. They are pushing for 2. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Mohammad Abbas. This time it's flicked away by Mohammad Abbas. It's past that fielder there at fine leg, and that's 4 more. So finally, of the 15th ball that he faces, Mohammad Abbas picks up his first boundary in his innings, and a much needed boundary for the Wellington Firebirds. Shot again, pulled again towards deep mid-wicket, towards mid-wicket. They're pushing for 2 here. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Mohammad Abbas. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. This time it's a short ball. Mohammad Abbas comes down the wicket, goes for the pull shot and misses it. Another dot ball from Travis Muller. So last ball of the over coming up. A wide down the leg side, I think. He has given us a wide by the umpire. So Travis Muller has to reload that one again. So around the wicket now, last ball of the over, swings and misses. In fact, it's given us another wide. So back-to-back wides from Travis Muller here. Has to get his line properly. The last ball of the over coming up. Comes down the wicket, hits it straight down the ground to mid-off. And another dot ball to finish the over. 11 runs came from that over. And Wellington Firebirds are now 139 for 3 after 15 overs. So Matthew Boyle is the new bowler into the attack now for Canterbury Kings. Jesse Tashkov is on strike. And that's cut away by Tashkov towards deep extra covers. Picks up another single to start the over. Another quicker ball cut away again towards third man. And picks up another single, I guess. He has 2 singles to start this over. Tashkov is back on strike now. Comes down the wicket, drives it away again towards deep extra covers. And they'll pick up another couple of runs. That's good running between the wickets. Another couple of runs for Jesse Tashkov. They can still push towards 190-200 from here, in all honesty. Tashkov can find the boundaries. 3 more deliveries left in this over. That's too wide. Too wide. Has to reload that one again. Missing his line there, Matthew Boyle. It's a short ball. It's pulled away by Tashkov as he found the gap. No, deep mid wicket is there. And Jesse Tashkov picks up another single. This time tossed up again, and Mohammad Abbas comes down the wicket, drives it down the ground to long off, and picks up another single. The last ball of the over coming up, and that's driven again through the covers, down to long off, and straight to covers actually, straight to covers. Another dot ball to finish the over. So 7 runs came from that over, and Wellington Firebirds are now 146 for 3 after 16 overs. So Lackey Harper is back into the attack now for the Canterbury Kings. 4 more overs left in this innings. Can they push towards 190-200? So Mohammad Abbas on strike. Here's Lackey Harper over the wicket. That's a short ball pulled away by Abbas towards deep square leg, and picks up another single to start the over. Jesse Tashkov is back on strike. This time again comes down the wicket. Tashkov hammers it down the ground to long off. Just another single though. Boundaries have dried up a little bit. Need some boundaries if they want to get to 180, 190. That swung away leg side, in the air. Ooh, lance shot of the fielder at deep mid wicket, and Mohammad Abbas picks up another single here. So 3 singles in this over. Mohammad Abbas picks up another single. Jesse Tashkov is back on strike. That's big. That's huge from Tashkov. He's got it. He's got the distance. How badly was that 6 needed? Amidst a series of singles and doubles and dot balls, finally Tashkov provides the 6 over deep square leg. Picked the length up beautifully and deposited it. 150 comes up for Wellington Firebirds. 150 comes up in 16.4 overs at the loss of 3 wickets. This time it's driven beautifully again towards deep extra covers. Oh, good fielding. Excellent fielding there at deep extra covers. Saved a certain boundary. Another couple of runs for Jesse Tashkov. So last ball of the over coming up. That's full again. It's flicked away by Tashkov. Will that race away for 4 here? Yes, it will. Another boundary to finish the over. So good over this for the Wellington Firebirds. 6 under 4 in that over. 15 runs came from that over. In fact, this time it's Mohammad Abbas who has flicked it away for 4. So 15 runs came from that over, and Wellington Firebirds are now 161 for 3 after 17 overs. It also brings up the 50 partnership of 50 from 33 balls between these two batters, between Jesse Tashkov and Mohammad Abbas. So Cam Paul is back into the attack, and most likely he'll bowl this over and the last over. And Mohammad Abbas drives it straight to covers. Picks up the single to start the over. So Jesse Tashkov is back on strike. So second ball of the over coming up. Oh, that's too wide. Too wide from Cam Paul, given as a wide by the umpire. So Cam Paul has to reload that one again. The question is whether 180, 190 will be enough, because Canterbury Kings have a really good batting lineup. Particularly their opening partnership has done really well, very consistently throughout this tournament for the Canterbury Kings. Oh, that's a full delivery there. Tashkov going for the drive, unable to make connection. Another dot ball here. It's another full delivery, drilled down the ground to mid-off. The chance of run out was there. Has he hit the stumps? Yes, he has. What a hit, what a throw that was. A direct hit sees the end. And it picks up another wicket here. The fourth wicket goes down. Brilliant throw there from mid-off. Hitting the stumps flush, so Jesse Tashkov has to go. A direct hit sees the end of the Jesse Tashkov, who is gone after scoring 31 runs from 22 balls. And Wellington Firebirds are now 163 for 4 after 17.3 overs. So Oscar Jackson is the new batter to the crease for the Wellington Firebirds. Still 15 balls left in this innings. Mohammad Abbas is on strike now. And he goes big down the ground, Abbas, but long on is there. Doesn't carry to him. Falls safely, and Mohammad Abbas picks up another couple of runs. Didn't get hold of that at all. Mohammad Abbas almost carried to long on. Who goes for the drive there. Mohammad Abbas unable to make connection. He gave himself room to drive it through the offside. So last ball of the over coming up. Mohammad Abbas is on strike. Oh, goes for the drive again outside. It's given as a wide by the umpire. So Cam Paul has to reload that one again. It's an excellent over so far from Cam Paul. So last ball of the over coming up. And Mohammad Abbas comes down the wicket, drives it through the covers for 4 to finish the over. Much needed boundary for the Wellington Firebirds. A boundary to finish that over, advancing down the wicket and driving it through the covers for 4. 9 runs came from that over, including the run out of Jesse Tashkov. And Wellington Firebirds are now 170 for 4 after 18 overs. So 2 more overs left in this innings. And can the Wellington Firebirds push towards 180, 190? I think 180 is surely on the cards, and 190, 200. Oscar Jackson is on strike. Sean Davey is going to be bowling the penultimate over for Canterbury Kings. Oscar Jackson on strike. Has bowled him here. First ball swinging across the line, missing it completely. And Davey strikes for the Canterbury Kings. A brilliant slow ball there. Oscar Jackson, a wild heave across the line. But he had to go for the big shots because only 2 more overs left. Loses his stumps in the process. Another wicket goes down here. Oscar Jackson is out for a first ball duck. And Wellington Firebirds are now 170 for 5 after 18.1 overs. So Logan Van Beek is the new batter to the crease for the Wellington Firebirds. Logan Van Beek can bat. 798 runs so far he has scored. Really good batter, really handy batter. Second ball of the over coming up from Sean Davey. It's a short ball. It's pulled away by Van Beek towards deep mid wicket. Gets off the mark with a single. Gives a strike back to Mohammad Abbas. That swung away leg side towards deep mid wicket and picks up another couple of runs here. I need a lot of boundaries now. 9 more deliveries left in this innings. We want to get to that magical 200. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Comes down the wicket, swings it leg side. Oh, got a hand on it, I think. That fielder at fine leg, but couldn't hold on to it. Mohammad Abbas picks up another single. So it goes down as a drop catch there. Really good effort at short fine leg there, but not able to hold on to it. And now Logan Van Beek is back on strike. 2 more deliveries left in this over. I don't know what else they are checking here. They're showing maybe checking the height of the delivery, but he did come down the wicket, so ball would have been dipping there. Yeah, the umpire gives it as a fair delivery. So 2 more deliveries left in this over. Logan Van Beek is back on strike. That shot is pulled away again by Van Beek, but towards deep mid wicket for another single. It's an excellent over here from Sean Davey. Just 5 runs from this over, including the wicket of Oscar Jackson. And the Canterbury Kings are getting a good finish here. 180, 190 with Wellington Firebirds. They have a decent bowling attack, but their bowling has disappointed throughout the season. They haven't been able to defend they haven't been able to defend totals consistently. Goes in the air. Mohammad Abbas. How far has this gone? Has he gone long enough? Yes, he has. Finally a 6 from Mohammad Abbas. It was in the slot from Sean Davey. The last ball of the over. Mohammad Abbas has hit it over long on. If they needed a 6 any time, it was that time. Mohammad Abbas delivers. 11 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Oscar Jackson. And Wellington Firebirds are now 181 for 5 after 19 overs. So who is going to bowl the last over for Canterbury Kings? They have crossed 180 now, Wellington Firebirds. Can they get past 190 or even go to 200? So Cam Paul is bowling the last over. Logan Van Beek on strike. And he hits it down the ground to long on. Will only pick up a single. Mohammad Abbas is back on strike. He's just hit a big 6 here, Mohammad Abbas. So it will be better if he can be on strike. So second ball of the over coming up. That's driven down the ground. And it's through the covers for 4. Beautiful shot from Mohammad Abbas. Moves into the 40s now. Another important boundary here. The score moves to 186 for the Wellington Firebirds. Oh, it's edged and taken, I think. Yes, finger goes up from the umpire. So after conceding the boundary, the very next ball, Cam Paul strikes back, picks up another wicket here. And it's a big wicket of Mohammad Abbas, looking to find a few boundaries here to finish this innings. He hit a 6 and a 4, but has nicked it through to the keeper behind the stumps. So good knock from Mohammad Abbas comes to an end. Campbell with his first wicket of the day. So Campbell picking up his first wicket in this innings. Mohammad Abbas has gone after scoring 43 from 31 balls, and Wellington Firebirds are now 186 for 6 after 19.3 overs. So Callum McLachlan is the new batter to the crease for the Wellington Firebirds. Only 3 more deliveries left in this innings. Goes for the reverse sweep. The keeper fumbles it, and they do run across for a single. Gives a strike back to Logan Van Beek. So 2 more deliveries left in this innings. Logan Van Beek will be back on strike. So big delivery coming up. Van Beek goes big, leg side. How far? How far? It's far enough, is it? Has that gone far enough? No, it's bounced on the way to the fence. But nevertheless, an important boundary here. And they've gone past 190 with that boundary. Important boundary from Van Beek. So 10 runs have come from this last over. Still 1 more delivery left. Checking for the height of the delivery. Ball is dipping again, so it will be fair. It will be a fair delivery. So last ball of the innings coming up from Campbell. Can he clear the boundary? Van Beek goes again straight down the ground. I think he's got this one. Has he? No, long on. He's put it down, has he? I think he's put it down. Another couple of runs here. Couple of runs to finish the innings. He's put it down. The fielder at long on couldn't hold on to that. And that will end the innings. Couple of runs from Logan Van Beek. 12 runs came from the last over, including the wicket of Mohammad Abbas. And it has to be said, a good total on the board for Wellington Firebirds, batting first, put into bat today. They finished their 20 overs on 193 for 6 at the end of their 20 overs. And it was all thanks to an opening partnership, wonderful opening partnership between Tom Blundell and Samuel Morgan coming into the playing 11 today in place of Tim Robinson, who has left for national duty. Samuel Morgan scored 55 from 33 balls with 7 boundaries and 1 sixer at a strike rate of 166.67, and Tom Blundell scoring 41 from 25 balls with 5 boundaries and 2 sixers at a strike rate of 164. It was an opening partnership of 89 from 49 balls between Tom Blundell and Sam Morgan, but after that there was a little bit of collapse. But in the end, Mohammad Abbas, he played really well as well, provided the finishing touches. Mohammad Abbas scored 43 from 31 balls with 3 boundaries and 1 six at a strike rate of 138.71. It has helped Wellington Firebirds get to 193. 193 for 6 at the end of their 20 overs. As far as the Canterbury Kings are concerned, the pick of the bowlers, Sean Davey, 2 for 31 in his 4 overs. Campbell 1 for 32 in his 4 overs. Cole McConkie bowled really well, 1 for 24 in his 4 overs. Michael Rippon bowled only 1 over, bowled some full tosses, got a wicket of the full toss as well, 1 for 15 in his 1 over. So those were the bowling performances. So the Canterbury Kings, when they come out to bat, will need 194 runs to win this match from their full quota of 20 overs. We'll be back again shortly to cover the run chase. Until then, please stay tuned. Hi guys, welcome back to the run chase here. Canterbury Kings, they need 194 runs to win this match. 5 overs have been bowled and Canterbury are now 41 for 2 after 5 overs. Harry Chamberlain and Cole McConkie at the crease. Ben Sears now back into the attack into his second over. Oh, and that's driven by McConkie. Back to the bowler. Another dot ball to start the over. Both openers have been dismissed for Canterbury Kings. Rhys Mariu and Matthew Boyle both dismissed early for Canterbury Kings. They don't have Tom Latham today. Canterbury. Second ball of the over coming up. That's a short ball. It's pulled away by McConkie towards deep square leg for 4. Too short on that occasion from Ben Sears and punished by Cole McConkie to the fence. Picks up his first boundary in this innings. This time it's a full delivery and a little bit of an inside edge towards mid-wicket. Another dot ball here. So 3 more deliveries left in this over. Harry Chamberlain on strike. That's shot again and Harry Chamberlain pulls it away towards deep square leg and picks up another single. Harry Chamberlain picks up another single. So 5 runs have come from this over, still 2 balls left. Oh, gives himself room, looks to drive there. Harry Chamberlain unable to make connection. In fact, Cole McConkie picked up the single, gave the strike to Harry Chamberlain. Now a dot ball here. So 1 more delivery left in this over. The last ball of the over coming up. Oh, it's another full delivery driven down the ground by Harry Chamberlain straight to mid-off. Picks up another single. So 1 more delivery left in this over. Harry Chamberlain picks up another single to finish the over. So 6 runs came from that over. And the power play has been completed. Canterbury Kings are now 47 for 2 after 6 overs after the power play. So there's a bowling change here. Peter Young-Husband is the new bowler into the attack for the Wellington Firebirds. A really good bowler. Has bowled really well in this tournament. Harry Chamberlain is on strike. Young husband over the wicket to Chamberlain. And goes for the sweep shot towards short fine leg. Was there bat involved in that? I'm not quite sure. But Harry Chamberlain picks up another single to start the over. Leg by single it is. Cole McConkie is back on strike. Has tossed up this time, driven beautifully down the ground to long off. Picks up another single. So 2 singles to start this over. Good start from Peter Young husband. One minute on this. So hi guys, technical issue there. Scoreboard got stuck. So Cole McConkie has been bowled by Peter Young husband. Huge wicket there. Third wicket goes down and Canterbury Kings in a lot of trouble here. 56 for 3 after 7 overs, and now Oscar Jackson is the new bowler into the attack now for the Wellington Firebirds. Leo Carter is the new batter to the crease for the Canterbury Kings. Is looking to come down the wicket there and flick it away, but it's gone straight through his defense. Back onto the stumps. So here's Oscar Jackson. Short and wide. Harry Chamberlain cuts it away. Fielder at point gets a hand on it, unable to stop it. And Harry Chamberlain will pick up a couple of runs to start the over. Suddenly now, in the absence of these main players, Canterbury Kings, I don't know whether they are getting exposed here. No Tom Latham. Chad Bose, I think, was a player who was also playing. Harry Chamberlain is back on strike. Second ball of the over coming up. That's edged and taken. There's another one. Finger goes up. Fourth wicket goes down. And what is happening here to the Canterbury Kings? Wellington Firebirds are on top here. Extra bounce for Oscar Jackson. And I think Harry Chamberlain looking to drive on the up has nicked it through to the keeper. And there you go. The scoreboard is available now. Simple catch for the keeper. Oscar Jackson provides the breakthrough. Fourth wicket down for Canterbury. In all sorts of trouble here. Chasing 194. Harry Chamberlain is gone after scoring a run of ball 19. And Canterbury Kings are now 58 for 4 after 7.2 overs. So Michael Rippon is the new batter to the crease for the Canterbury Kings. Made his way into the playing 11 today. Not much batting left after this, so they need to be careful here, Canterbury. I think Wellington Firebirds, their home drought might come to an end today if they can win this game. This match is happening at the Basin Reserve. Basin Reserve in Wellington. They haven't won a match for quite a long time now. That's back of the length again. And Michael Rippon defends it back to the bowler. Another dot ball from Oscar Jackson. And beating a team like Canterbury Kings will give a lot of confidence to Wellington Firebirds. Particularly after a very horrible season so far. They haven't been able to win many games in this tournament. It's on a good length again. Michael Rippon defends it to point. Another dot ball from Oscar Jackson. Two more deliveries left in this over. Both these batters still capable though, they can play the big shots. Full delivery looking to drive inside. Hey, chance of not directed would have been gone. Directed would have been absolutely gone. He's missed the stumps, I think. And Michael Rippon gets off the mark by a single. Ooh, but that was very, very close. Directed would have been curtains. Yes, out by a mile there, Michael Rippon, if it had hit the stumps directly. 135 still needed from 73. What is happening here to Canterbury? A really good team. Canterbury haven't dropped that many games, but they are in trouble today. 59 for 4. The last ball of the over coming up. That's on the pads, flicked away again towards deep square leg. And Leo Carter also gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. 4 runs came from that over, including the wicket of the set batter Harry Chamberlain. And Canterbury Kings are now 60 for 4 after 8 overs. So Peter Younghusband is continuing into his second over. Leo Carter is on strike. So Peter Younghusband coming over the wicket to Leo Carter as he goes for a slog sweep. It's in the gap. And it's one bounce and into the boundary for 4. Much needed boundaries. Much needed boundary for the Canterbury Kings. They need plenty more of that. Leo Carter with his first boundary in this innings. This time it's short and wide, cut away again by Leo Carter, straight to point, another dot ball, third ball of the over coming up. Ooh, another quicker delivery, cut away again towards covers, make that 2 dot balls in a row. Required run rate now 11.30. It's getting harder for the Canterbury Kings here. Not for the first time, not for the last time, a team will win the toss, elect to bowl first and then caught in their own trap in the run chase. Let's cut away again, back to the bowler, another dot ball. Canterbury Kings won the toss today. They wanted to bowl first and now they are struggling in the run chase. It's driven by Leo Carter towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Michael Rippon is back on strike. One more delivery left in this over. The last ball of the over coming up. Bat pad. The keeper was busy appealing. He should have gone for the catch there. There was bat pad on that. He was appealing for the LBW. No way that can be an LBW. Sliding down the leg side. But I think there was a little bit of bat involved. Why didn't the keeper go for the catch? Focus on catching the ball rather than appealing. Take the catch and then appeal. Basic common sense. Opportunity missed there. 5 runs came from that over from Peter Younghusband, and Canterbury Kings are now 65 for 4 after 9 overs. So Oscar Jackson now continuing into his second over. Leo Carter is on strike. It's a full delivery and Leo Carter flicks it away towards deep mid wicket and picks up another single to start the over. Michael Rippon is back on strike. Required run rate is already 11.82. Full delivery, looking to flick it away. Appeal for LBW, finger goes up. There's another. Looking to play across the line there, Michael Rippon. And has been trapped in front of the stumps. And now half the side back. Half the side have been dismissed for the Canterbury Kings. Michael Rippon. Not quite sure whether that will be sliding down the leg side. The finger went up from the umpire. There are no reviews available in this tournament. So Michael Rippon has to go. Half the side back in the pavilion now for Canterbury Kings. 5 down now. Michael Rippon is gone after scoring 1 run from 5 balls. And Canterbury Kings are now 66 for 5 after 9.2 overs. Well, Canterbury Kings are losing their way here in this run chase. Wellington Firebirds are on top at the moment. At least they can get something out of this here. Wellington Firebirds, they've had a nightmare tournament so far. Loss after loss after loss after loss after loss. And finally they are looking like they might get a win here, and that too winning at home after nearly 2 seasons probably of the Super Smash season. Yes, Oscar Jackson again, and that's driven by Frew. Straight to covers, another dot ball. Jesse Frew is the new batter to the crease for the Canterbury Kings. They always say there's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Finally, they are getting a win at home, I think, today. Wellington Firebirds. Comes down the wicket, cuts it away straight to point. Got a hand on that, and Jesse Frew will get off the mark with a single. The equation is looking very tough now to chase down. Required run rate is 12.29. It's slipping away, only 5 more wickets in hand for Canterbury. Leo Carter is the last hope, you would think. And that's another beauty here. Appeal for a catch. Umpire says not out. Absolute beauty. Outstanding piece of bowling here from Oscar Jackson. The Wellington Firebirds have been on the money today. Fantastic bowling so far. So last ball of the over coming up. That's short. It's pulled away by Leo Carter. Oh, good fielding at deep square leg. The fielding has also been really good today. And Leo Carter will pick up another couple of runs to finish the over. Oh my God, and as the fielder hurt himself there in the process. 4 runs came from that over. 4 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Michael Rippon. And Canterbury Kings are now in all sorts of trouble. 69 for 5 after 10 overs at the halfway mark of this innings. So it looks like Mohammad Abbas is going off the field here. He has injured himself while diving to stop that boundary. So hopefully Mohammad Abbas, it's not a serious injury. Ooh, he got hit on the head there, I think. While trying to stop the ball, I think the ball has hit his forehead. And rightly so, that injury. But anyways, he won't be required to bowl. It's only about whether he'll be available for the next match. I think he'll recover by then. Peter Younghusband now into his 3rd over. Short and wide. Jesse Frew cuts it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to start the over. The required run rate is now huge for Canterbury Kings. Wellington Firebirds are right on top of this game. Required run rate 12.61. Goes for the sweep here. Leo Carter out towards deep mid wicket. Picks up another single. Singles are not going to do it. Peter Younghusband has been really good in this tournament actually with the ball. 3rd ball of the over. Gives himself room and is cleaned up. Another one goes. It's been that kind of day for Canterbury Kings. Just losing wickets at continuous intervals. Just not able to build a partnership. Jesse Frew gave himself ample room there. I don't know what he was trying to do. Exposing his stumps and going for the cut shot. Loses his middle stump in the process. And Peter Younghusband picks up another wicket here. Younghusband picks up his 2nd wicket. And it's all falling apart too quickly at the moment here for Canterbury Kings. 6th wicket goes down for Canterbury. Jesse Frew is out for 2 and Canterbury Kings are now 71 for 6 after 10.3 overs. So Cam Paul is the new batter to the crease for the Canterbury Kings. Only 4 more wickets in hand. Falling apart very quickly here. At least can they bat 20 overs? That is the big question. Fourth ball of the over coming up. Tossed up again and Cam Paul flicks it away towards square. He was looking for the single there. Partner didn't even respond. Sent him back. And another dot ball here. Another quicker ball, looking for the flick shot there. Cam Paul unable to make connection. Another dot ball. Last ball of the over is tossed up again and Cam Paul drives it away towards deep extra covers and picks up another single to finish the over. Cam Paul gets off the mark with a single to finish that over. 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Jesse Frew, and Canterbury Kings in all sorts of trouble. 72 for 6 after 11 overs. So Oscar Jackson is continuing into his third over. Now partnership bowling here from Oscar Jackson and Peter Younghusband. Outstanding spell from Peter Younghusband. 2 for 16 in his 3 overs. Terrific bowling. And now Oscar Jackson. Cam Paul on strike. Oscar Jackson coming over the wicket. Oh, extra bounce there. Cam Paul lets it go. First bouncer for the over. You need to be careful. If you bowl another bouncer, it will be a no ball. So Oscar Jackson has to be careful with that. Second ball of the over coming up. It comes down the wicket. Cam Paul drives it back to the bowler. Another dot ball here. The required run rate is now 14.08. Where are the boundaries coming from? Leo Carter has faced 10 balls and scored only 1 boundary so far. Cam Paul has just come to the crease. He scored only 1 run so far from 5 balls. Another slow ball is cut it away straight back to the bowler. 3 continuous dot balls to start this over. I think this day belongs to Wellington Firebirds, no doubt about that. They are right on top of this game. A much improved bowling performance from Wellington Firebirds today. Last 33 balls, only 25 runs have been scored by Canterbury. And that's driven through the covers. Has he found the gap? He has. That's a boundary here. So finally Cam Paul made good connection. And he picks up his first boundary in this innings. They need plenty more of that now, Canterbury Kings. Again comes down the wicket, goes over mid on, and that will be 4 as well. Back-to-back boundaries from Cam Paul. So after three consecutive dot balls, Campbell has decided he's going to go after the bowlers. And back-to-back boundaries in this over. Full toss, too wide down the leg side, I think. Yes, given as a wide by the umpire. So just Jackson has to reload that one again. He has bowled really well so far, Oscar Jackson, but this over, 9 runs from this over, still 1 ball left. Well, it looks like it's something more than a wide here. It's a no ball and a free hit. Goodness gracious me. So free hit delivery coming up. And that's a wide outside the off stump this time. So the free hit will continue. Extras after extras after extras. And suddenly now 10 runs from this over with a free hit to come. Campbell will be on strike. Is there a twist in this game here? Last ball of the over and a free hit. That's a full delivery. Campbell goes towards deep extra covers. Can only pick up a single, so the free hit doesn't cost much. 11 runs came from that over, and Canterbury Kings are now 83 for 6 after 12 overs. So 111 runs needed from the last 8 overs for the Canterbury Kings. Peter Young-Husband is continuing into his last over. Young-Husband has been brilliant so far. 2 for 16 in his 3 overs so far. He's into his last over. Campbell is on strike. And this time Campbell comes down the wicket, flicks it towards short fine leg. And picks up another quick single to start the over. So Leo Carter is back on strike. Oh, that's too wide outside the off stump, given as a wide by the umpire. The Young-Husband has to reload that one again. Short and wide this time, cut back to the bowler by Leo Carter. Another dot ball. Required run rate now again increasing over 14. 14.22 the required run rate. Tossed up, it's lock swept by Carter. Good fielding at deep mid wicket. Another single for Leo Carter. So Campbell is back on strike. Gives himself room, cuts it away, straight to the fielder though, picks up another single. That's not going to help for Canterbury Kings. They need a lot of boundaries. Short and wide again, cut away by Carter towards deep extra covers and picks up another single. Last ball of the over. Comes down the wicket, hits it straight back down the ground. That's a beautiful shot. Another boundary to finish the over. So 10 runs came from that over, and Canterbury Kings are now 93 for 6 after 13 overs. So Ben Sears is back into the attack now for the Wellington Firebirds. Slow ball is checked it in the air. This should be out. It is. Simple catch for Ben Sears, and another wicket goes down here for Canterbury. Just checked his shot there. Got completely deceived by the slow ball from Ben Sears, and he only managed to sky it in the air. Simple catch. Simple catch completed by Ben Sears, and the 7th wicket goes down for Canterbury Kings here. Ben Sears also gets the breakthrough. Cam Paul has to depart, and it's all getting from bad to worse now for the Canterbury Kings. Cam Paul is gone after scoring 12 runs from 13 balls, and Canterbury Kings are now 93 for 7 after 13.1 overs. So Lackey Harper is the new batter to the crease for the Canterbury Kings. 101 runs more needed from 41 balls. And it's slipping away here for the Canterbury Kings, unfortunately. Have just not been able to apply themselves in this run chase. Second ball of the over coming up. It's a full delivery this time. Lackey Harper drives it straight to point. Another dot ball from Ben Sears. Lackey Harper and Sean Davey can still bat. There's still a couple of batters left, but still the required run rate is above 15 now. Required run rate 15.15. It'll slowly increase to 20. Let's hit back down the ground, pass mid-on, and that'll be 4. It's a great shot down the ground. Lackey Harper gets off the mark with a boundary. Oh, he goes big again. He sliced it down towards third man. A little bit of a misfield as well. But it'll only be a single. Lackey Harper picks up another single, gives the strike to Leo Carter. 96 needed from 38. They need a lot of boundaries here. Two more deliveries left in this over. It's a short ball pulled away again by Leo Carter towards deep square leg and picks up another single. The last ball of the over coming up from Ben Sears. Oh, goes for the drive there, unable to make connection. Another dot ball to finish the over. 6 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Campbell. And Canterbury Kings are now 99 for 7 after 14 overs. So 95 needed from the last 6 overs. The required run rate of 15.83. James Hartshorn is back into the attack. He has figures of none for 21 in his 2 overs. A fantastic bowler. Bowled really well in the previous game for the Wellington Firebirds. Leo Carter is on strike. And that's driven by Carter towards deep extra covers. And picks up another single to start the over. The 100 comes up for Canterbury. 100 comes up in 14.1 overs at the loss of 7 wickets. Lucky Harper is back on strike. Oh, goes for the pull shot there, unable to make connection. Another dot ball from James Hartshorn. It's full and wide, driven again straight to covers. Make that another dot ball. Excellent start to this over from James Hartshorn. Required run rate now 17.09. How long are they going to keep playing these dot balls here? Oh, he's bowled him. Another wicket goes down. The change of pace. Lucky Harper deceived by it early into the shot and loses his off stump in the process. Another wicket goes down here. 8 down now, Canterbury Kings. Lucky Harper has to go, and it's all coming to a close here for Canterbury Kings. It's just not got going in this run chase. Required run rate 17.63. Safe to say that Wellington Firebirds are favourites to win it from here. Lucky Harper is out after scoring 5 runs from 7 balls, and Canterbury Kings are now 100 for 8 after 14.4 overs. So Travis Muller is the new batter to the crease for the Canterbury Kings. We're into the bowlers now. Sean Davey to come in after this. The required run rate 17.63. Only 2 more wickets in hand. So 5th ball of the over coming up. Travis Muller on strike. And that's a wide down the leg side. I think they're appealing here. Appealing. Umpire says not out. And she doesn't give it as a wide either. So it will be a dot ball from James Hartshorn. So last ball of the over. Short and wide, cut away by Travis Muller towards deep extra covers and gets off the mark with a single to finish the over. Just 2 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Lucky Harper. And Canterbury Kings are now 101 for 8 after 15 overs, needing 93 runs to win from the last 5 overs. So Ben Sears now coming back into the attack into his last over. Travis Muller is on strike. That's a full delivery. Travis Muller edges it towards deep third man and picks up another single to start the over. Oh, it's another beauty there on the stumps on a good length delivery. Squares up Leo Carter. Another dot ball from Ben Sears. So required run rate is nearing 20. And it looks like it's going to be the Wellington Firebirds today will pick up their second win in this tournament. A win at home after 2 seasons of Super Smash. That's driven down the ground by Leo Carter towards mid-off and picks up another single. 3 more deliveries left in this over. Travis Muller is back on strike. That's back of the length again, flicked away by Travis Muller. And picks up another single here, Travis Muller. So 2 more deliveries left in the over. Leo Carter is back on strike. That's a slow ball. It's high up in the air. This could be another catching opportunity. And it is another catch taken at mid-on. And the 9th wicket goes down for Canterbury. Ben Sears picks up his 2nd wicket. A beautiful slow ball there. Leo Carter looking for the big shot. That is exactly what was needed with the required run rate above 20 and now above 21 the required run rate. So he had to go for the big shot, only managing to sky it up in the air. Simple catch at mid-on. And Wellington Firebirds 1 more wicket away from winning this game here. What a performance this has been from Wellington Firebirds. Leo Carter is out after scoring 20 runs from 19 balls. And Canterbury Kings are now 104 for 9 after 15.5 overs. So Sean Davey is the last batter to the crease, and he can swing his bat around. He has shown that before. But this is a completely different situation. Required run rate of 21.60 with only 1 more wicket in hand as well. So last ball of the over coming up from Ben Sears. That's back of the length, and Ben Sears defends it towards point. Another dot ball to finish the over. So just 3 runs came from that over, including the wicket of Leo Carter. And Canterbury Kings are now 104 for 9 after 16 overs. So Logan Van Beek is back into the attack now for the Wellington Firebirds. Travis Muller is on strike. That's a short ball pulled away by Travis Muller down to deep fine leg and picks up another single to start the over. Logan Van Beek has figures of 2 for 14 in his 2.1 overs so far. Second ball of the over is bowled in. That is it. That is it. Game over. Canterbury Kings have been bowled out for 105 in just 16.2 overs. Logan Van Beek finishes it off. He finishes with 3 for 14 in his 2.2 overs. And what a comprehensive win this has been for the Wellington Firebirds. Winning it by 88 runs. And a comprehensive bowling performance. It's been a long time since we have seen this kind of a bowling performance from Wellington Firebirds, to be honest. They've always been leaking runs throughout this tournament. But finally, they have got their bowling in order and they have defended this target of 194. A comprehensive win. Canterbury were nowhere close, in fact. They were always behind in this run chase and in the end bowled out for just 105 in 16.2 overs. Unfortunately for the Canterbury Kings, I think the absence of a few main players is hurting their team. And maybe that is why they just couldn't get going. They just couldn't get any partnerships today. Harry Chamberlain scored a run ball 19, then he got dismissed. Matthew Boyle scored 22 from 15 balls, he got dismissed. Leo Carter scored 20 from 19 balls. And then in the end, he had to go for the big shot, mishit it, and he was dismissed as well. Cam Paul scored 12 runs from 13 balls. But none of the other batters could get to double digits. So a fantastic bowling performance. Logan Van Beek, the pick of the bowlers today, 3 for 14 in his 2.2 overs. James Hartshorn with 1 for 23 in his 3 overs. And Ben Sears bowling extremely well as well, 2 for 20 in his 4 overs. Peter Younghusband with 2 for 26 in his 4 overs. Oscar Jackson with 2 for 19 in his 3 overs. Every bowler picked up a wicket today for Wellington Firebirds. And in the end, a mammoth win for the Wellington Firebirds as they pick up their second win in this Super Smash T20 tournament of 2025-26. Can you believe it? Wellington Firebirds have not had the best of tournaments, but they have won 2 matches. Their first win was against Northern Brave away from home, and now they are beating Canterbury Kings at home. So definitely this will give them a lot of confidence. They have beaten 2 quality teams, Northern Brave and Canterbury Kings. Both of them are at the top of are in the top 3 in the points table, and to win against them will really give the Wellington Firebirds a lot of confidence. So Wellington Firebirds winning this game by 88 runs, comprehensive win against the Canterbury Kings, and finally the Wellington Firebirds win a match at home after nearly 2.5 seasons of Super Smash T20 season. After nearly 2.5 seasons, Wellington Firebirds have finally managed to win at home, so their home drought has been broken. So congratulations to the Wellington Firebirds for that achievement. As you see the summary of the matches here. Wellington Firebirds might still not qualify for the playoffs, but I think at least their home drought has been broken, and this will give them a lot of confidence. Canterbury Kings, meanwhile, though, they have to go back and they need to reflect on this batting performance. They just couldn't get going today. They just couldn't form any partnership. Wickets just kept on falling. The required run rate just kept on increasing, and in the end they succumbed to the pressure, and Wellington Firebirds thoroughly deserved winners by 88 runs against the Canterbury Kings at home. So we'll be back again to cover the future matches of the Super Smash T20 tournament of 2025-26. So until we come back again, please like, share and subscribe to our channel Runs and Views. Take care guys, cheers and have a good day.
Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.